So how do I behave when the pressure is on? Because child, looks like to me, I got a little pressure applied and I might have folded a little bit. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It is your girl, Simone Nicole here. Oh, that was weird. It's your girl, Simone Nicole here. Back at it again with yet another video. And in today's video, we're gonna have a little talky talk because you guys saw the title. It is a bold claim that I am making, but it is because of actual personal things that I have going on that has reminded me of this lesson. And if nothing, am I a test dummy to everything that I talk about with you guys on this channel. Everything that I speak on is because I've been through it myself, I'm going through it myself, and I feel like I have tools that can help out my girls. So recently I hit 100K and it was wonderful. Again, thank you so much. Thank you a million. But it really highlighted the thesis of this video. If you would like to know my thoughts on why you don't have the life that you so desire, then please keep watching because we're going to unpack that today. So let's talk about this feeling that I am referring to, because I feel like we've all felt this way in our lives at one point or another. It's the feeling of like, I'm working my butt off and I'm not seeing the things that I want come to fruition in the way that I want them to. You are consistently thinking about it. You are envisioning it for yourself. You are manifesting it for yourself, but it's just not happening. And then even worse, you look to your left, to your right, and you see somebody that maybe didn't even work as hard as you did, that has the life that you want and has the things that you have been working for, and how hard of a pill that is to swallow. And a thought that I know that most of us have been guilty of is the good old, why them and not me? Well, there are a few reasons why them and not you, friend. And the main topic of this video is one of those reasons. And I'll get to my other theories as to why this is later on in the video. So let's talk why them and not you. And let's use my story as an example. I've been wanting to hit 100K literally since 2016, back when I started my channel. Seeing YouTubers unbox their plaque and like the amount of like influence that they had was just so aspirational to me. And not influence in the way of like, buy this blush, it looks good. Influence in the way of like, I'm reading through their comment section and people are like, you have changed my life. I'm a better person because of you. I feel more beautiful because of you. I feel seen because of you. Like, I would look at that and I'm like, that is what I want more than anything. So I did what I have always been told that you should do to get there. I was patient. Very patient, even when it was hard to be patient. I put in the work. I kept my head down. I tried my very best to not compare myself to other people, because other people's journey is not my journey, and I'm very aware of that. And even though it was hard, I developed a voice and an understanding of what is authentic to me, so that I was always showing up as myself. And even when there were times where I wasn't, I pivoted my content so that I could show up as the person I'm growing into. So I feel like I'm in alignment with what I'm asking for, which is growth, which is influence, because I want to use my influence for the best of intentions. And then I got it. I hit the 100K. And then I hit a wall. I hit this crazy block, and I was starting to behave in ways that are not native or authentic to me. I have become acutely aware of how many eyes are on me. And it's not just my YouTube channel. I have a TikTok too. I'm pushing 80K over there. And then I have my Instagram pushing 10K over there. And then I also have my other brand, Swipe Talk. And we're coming up on 500,000 on TikTok over there. And you know, all of our other platforms we're on, because we're on like literally every single platform that you could possibly be on. But it just all kind of hit me that there are, at this point, coming up on 1 million eyes on me. Not even figuratively, just like adding up all the numbers across all the platforms. That is crazy to me. And not only is it crazy to me to conceptualize, but then the comments. Oh, the good old comments. Comments, I'm usually pretty good at like rolling off my back, but comments were starting to get to me more than they ever have before. And it made me doubt my opinions and the things that I have said in videos, the conclusions that I've come to. It just made me double think, and I'm not a double thinker. I take a lot of care to make very, very well-rounded decisions. So when I make a decision, I stand in it, and I usually don't double back on that unless I learn something else and I change my mind, because it's always okay to change your mind. But again, the behavior just wasn't me. I remember, you a real one if you remember this, I had a video where I was like, girl, I don't understand how these YouTubers talk about I filmed this video 5 times and then I scrapped it. If I record a video, I'm gonna keep it up. Flashback to that. I always am so interested when YouTubers are like, I made this video, edited it, and scrapped the whole thing. Girl, I'd be damned if I film, edit a YouTube video and then scrap it. No, not happening. I have scrapped 2 videos, fully filmed one, conceptualized another, completely scrapped it because I just am starting to doubt my own video ideas. I feel like I sound repetitive all of a sudden. And I'm saying all of these things out loud knowing that it's not true, because I have my subscribers, you guys, commenting on a daily basis, talking about how much these videos help you. So I know that it's not true. But when you start to get into this loop, and it's crazy, like I have talked about in my videos, when you start to get into this negativity loop, it is so easy to stay in it. And I was just in it for a while. So I took a moment and I said, okay, God, I hear you. Because like I said, this behavior is so not native to me, it forced me to come to a few realizations. And what I realized is that this is a test. And I've been told that test has a negative connotation for people that are not spiritual or religious, but for me, a test it's not a bad thing. It's actually, in my opinion, a really good thing. I don't want to turn away people when you hear me say test, because test can be for my religious girlies and it can be for my spiritual girlies, or it can just be for girlies that are on their own walk in life and feel as though they're like, what the heck is going on? I feel like I'm being tested. I feel like it's just such a particular feeling. Please comment down below with like a more articulate version of what you feel is happening if you are not spiritual or religious. What does that feel like when you come up against something and you're like, wait a second? A test for people that are like believers is like an indication that your blessing is coming. A test for my spiritual girlies is more like my manifestation is preparing to come into my life. And that's actually really exciting if you think about it. It means, like I just said, your blessing, your manifestation is circling right around you, because otherwise you wouldn't be getting tested if it wasn't. If you really think about it, like, what is the point of putting you through things? What is the point of seeing what your knowledge is, what you have learned, if not it be a test to see if you're ready to move on to the next level? I feel like that just makes like logical sense. So I get a little excited when tests come along, because I'm like, okay, I'm about to up level, and this is a lesson that I need to learn. And I so easily see the lesson that I am learning in this one, because ever since I was a little girl, I've asked for this life. I've asked for a life of influence. I've asked for a life where I get to be an example and I get to lead young women and make young women feel beautiful when the world tells them that they aren't. Like, I have such a deeply connected why to why I do this, and I've always wanted it. That type of job has a lot of pressure. And guess what this job has? Pressure. So how do I behave when the pressure is on? Because child, looks like to me, I got a little pressure applied and I might have folded a little bit. I'm not gonna say like I folded and it was just like over and I disappeared off the internet because I was getting like rude comments. No, but like y'all saw the video last week, I did a Reddit reactions, which was fun and I really liked doing it, but I know that it's not my main type of content, and I did it not only because I like talking about other people's mess. Shout out to that video. It was a fun video. So definitely go watch that. I didn't completely fold because I didn't not post. I'm not giving up. It just kind of shook me a little bit, but it made me ask myself, will you stand 10 toes in what you say despite what other people have to say about your opinions? Case in point, like I had a video that I posted recently. Overwhelmingly, people were like, yeah, I get you, but it was probably my most like, I don't agree with what you're saying comment section. And some people said it nicely, some people didn't. I've actually had a few videos recently that people gently disagreed with me or didn't gently disagree with me. And I'm like, hold on. You might not like what they're saying, but do you still agree with what you said in the video? Because I do. It just doesn't feel good when people disagree with you and don't do it in a nice way. But no, I still feel the way that I feel. I am happy for the fact that mean comments are not gonna change my mind. I'm so willing to learn. And then once I learn, I will change my mind. But it's the difference of like, no, I have this opinion. It's over a long amount of time. I've gathered a lot of evidence, giving very much scientific method in my own brain, with my own variables, in my own way, literally not scientific method at all, just Simone's method. And I believe in it. That was such a good reminder to ground me back in reality, because I'm like shaken, but not broken. I never want to get to a place where because people don't agree with me, I change my mind. Nope. And when I think about the life that I want, and you too, when you think about the life that you want, what are the pillars of that life? Because that's the way that I'm looking at this situation. Arguably, it's like at a minimum, a great way to cope. When something like not the greatest is happening to you, I would rather not just be like, I'm just the most unlucky girl in the world and like everyone hates me. It's like, no. I would rather look at it as a test. And I look at it as a test because I'm asking for a life full of pressure and full of people that are going to disagree with me. My why is something that is very disagreeable. My why is that I grew up raised by a single mother, dark-skinned Black girl from Cleveland, Ohio. I didn't come from much. My mother always took care of me. I come from a great family, but in terms of like assets, wealth, no, not at all. And I want to be in the entertainment field, which like, I don't know, 0.01% of people actually make it in. And fortunately enough, my family has never discouraged me, never told me that I couldn't do it. And I needed that to get to the place where I am, because whenever I am to the height and the level that I want to be, I genuinely want everything that I'm going to have, because I want to show young Black girls that look like me that it is possible. No matter who is telling you no, no matter who is telling you it is impossible, forget them. Look at me. Look at what I was able to do. I want to reach back and pull everybody up behind me. That is my why. And to talk about so openly the disadvantages of what it means to be a Black woman in this country, and how women are set to a very particular beauty standard, the issues of colorism inside of the Black community, never shutting my freaking mouth about how hard it was for me to get to the point that I am. People don't like to hear that. People want to hear a very wrapped up in a bow story about a girl that, I mean, she came from nothing, but she pulled herself up by her bootstraps and now she's here and you can do it too. That's bullshit. I mean, I did, but it's not an easy climb. It's a mountain. You claw your way to the top. Don't let anybody fool you and tell you it's gonna be easy, but you can do it. And that is not the wrapped in a bow story. It makes people uncomfortable to hear about the systematic issues that are going on in this country, because people that benefit from that system would rather not talk about it, because they would rather keep it status quo. I'm not with that. So if I know that I want to get to a level where I'm face to face with people that want to keep the system in place that kept me down, and I'm scared about some little, no offense, but if I'm folding at comments on YouTube from people without icons, I needed to see it. I needed to see, like, can you handle this pressure? Because one day you're gonna have this pressure. So what do you do when it counts? And I said, okay, I got to put my panties on. I'm gonna put my panties on, and that's just gonna be that on that. That was such a vital lesson for me to learn. And I know I'm still learning it, 100%. Y'all, hitting 100K has highlighted things in me that are still not great. Like, I often get comments, and I love these comments, of being like, it is just so amazing to me how you think and how you understand the world and how positive you can be. First of all, that's a muscle that I've worked for years and years and years, and I've finally gotten to this point. And two, I am not perfect. My scarcity mindset, is so deeply rooted. I don't have an answer. But if y'all want me to do a video on like scarcity mindset and maybe just like things to look out for that you wouldn't even know are part of your scarcity mindset, then please let me know, because it has been something to behold. And something like a mirror is being held in front of me and I'm like, whoo, that's scary. So I've learned these lessons, and I am learning these lessons, and I'm very grateful for them. I'm very grateful for this test that I have, because I would not be getting tested if I wasn't going to be moving on to the next level. Something that I want you guys to also remember is that life is not a meritocracy. Meritocracy meaning that you advance based on merit. It would be so wonderful if we lived in a world that was based off of meritocracy. The world would look a lot different, but it's not. Friend, just because you work hard for something doesn't mean that you're gonna get it. That is the lie that has been fed to us for like ever, that hard work equals success. And that's just not how that works. Like, how many people do we all know that work 60, 70-hour weeks and are barely able to run their household and feed their children or feed themselves? Life is not a meritocracy. Do not get hung up on the whole, like, I worked hard, so I should have it. No, that's actually not how that works. It will be wonderful, but it's not. And the sooner that you let go of that mentality, the happier you'll be, because it lets you lean on the understanding of I don't understand, which sounds like a paradox, but it is very comforting to understand that you don't always understand, friend, and to know that you do not always have the answers. And that actually is my third point. You don't always have the answers, and it's okay to understand that you don't understand. There was an analogy that my co-host was telling me about that she saw on TikTok. Shout out to Isabella. And she was talking about how this dog owner was holding a piece of chocolate cake, and her dog was at her feet just going crazy, like crying, begging for this chocolate cake. But her, as the dog owner, knew that if she gave that chocolate cake to the dog would be unalive. And she was saying, isn't it so interesting to think about yourself as the dog and the universe, or God as you holding the chocolate cake? We want this thing so bad, right? We want this idea of life, success, money, a house, a career path, children, a husband, like all these things, and we are just screaming like, why don't I have it? But friend, the reason that you might not have it is because it could be harmful to you as you are right now. Sometimes not receiving something is a blessing, and you are being protected from something. So it's not that you are not receiving this thing that you work so hard for, that you deserve. You're being protected from something that could honestly end up hurting you more. And that gave me a lot of peace to think about it that way, because I'm like, wow, everything is in God and the universe's perfect timing. And I have to believe that that is the truth. And it, like I said, gives me a lot of peace and truly keeps me going. Hopefully that analogy resonated with you. And I encourage you that whenever you're getting frustrated, whenever you're looking around and wondering why you don't have it, think about yourself as being the dog. Which is a weird sentence, but everything is always working in your favor. Someone, something, somewhere is always looking out for you, and you will have it. You will have the life, the car, the husband, the bank account, whatever you want when you are ready for it. But you have to trust, you have to know that you don't have it right now because you're not ready for it. That is going to be it for today's video. This one felt good. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one and that it resonated with you, and that I was able to use my story and what's been going on with me to help illustrate to you guys that, you know, like, it's coming, babes. We just need patience, and then we'll get there, and you're gonna be so happy when it finally arrives. Or like me, you might be like, well, Jen, this is what I've been asking for, huh? Shoot, here we go. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, please let me know down below. Let me know if you are being tested right now and what your testimony is for it. I would love to hear. And if you just have any other general topics that you would like me to cover and to talk about, would love that. And with all that being said, remember to keep positivity in your life, because positivity breeds positivity, and we have absolutely no time for negativity in 2023. I'll see you guys super duper soon in my next video. Mwah. Bye guys.